welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Maddie, also known as MADI C. And today I thought it'd be fun to just go through some questions that people have for me. I asked you guys on my Instagram and I asked you guys on, I think it was Snap, to give me some questions, and I just thought we'd run through them. So before we begin, grab yourself a hot drink, a little tea. I've just got a black tea here, but some sort of drink, maybe snacks, some popcorn, and yeah, we'll get into the video. Okay, there is no order to these questions. We're just gonna go through them. What is going on with gigs? Gigs? That's a very good question. I have gigs booked for summer, but I haven't booked any for this part of the year. They'll come, they'll come, but I'm trying to focus more on recording and writing and releasing music. Creating the community, and I'm sure I'm gonna apply to play for quite a lot of gigs, but we'll see how it goes. I've literally been so busy that it's kind of got to the bottom of my list doing gigs, which is bad. Don't let that happen, but it has. So yeah, I'm definitely on the hunt for more gigs. Next release, okay, this is a juicy one, and it's coming sooner than you think. So I'm releasing my next single on the 7th of Feb. You've heard it here first, guys, okay? 7th of Feb. Set your alarms, set your reminders, your clocks, whatever you use, okay? There is a new MADI C song coming out on the 7th of Feb, okay? The week before Valentine's, because Valentine's Day is very, everything happens then. You will probably have heard snippets of my song by now on TikTok. If you're not following me on there, what are you doing? And if you've come from there, hey, thank you. But I can give you a little. You're so holy, holy. You're not so holy, no. Okay, that's enough of that. You get the drill. But that's coming out literally 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Crazy behavior. On the back of that, what are my music plans for this year? Basically this year is gonna be a killer year, especially for MADI C music. Because I've got 2 more releases that are very the vibe that you know and love. And then after that, we're having a little bit of a rebrand. I'm not going to give too much away, but I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. Just thinking about it is, yeah, you guys are going to die. Not literally, but figuratively. I'm so, I just can't wait. On to actual music things, that actually could be helpful. What inspired you to start making music, and how has your style evolved? Okay, this is part 1 of 2. Part 1 is what inspired you to make music, to start making music. If I'm honest, it was therapy. 14 was my first song. Which is actually Wondering. I don't know if you know this. I say it at every gig. So if you've seen me perform, you know that I wrote it when I was 14. That's the first song I ever completed. Beginning, 13, 14, they were really tough for me. I was at a school that I just was not vibing with. People that I just weren't vibing with. Not everyone, obviously I had my tribe, but yeah, I needed something to help me cope, so I turned to music, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I transferred schools, And then I started like really loving it. I used to write a lot of like old, like a lot of like ballads, literally like therapy ballads. Very sad songs, very sad, that will never see the light of day, because if they ever do, like I literally will shrink. I will shrivel up in a ball and hurl myself off a cliff. But yeah, it started off being like really like emotional sad songs, and then I started writing more upbeat songs. Like One Drink was probably the first upbeat song, and then from then on, like there's something so amazing about like performing an upbeat song for a crowd of people. So yeah, I write a lot of upbeat stuff now, but I didn't used to, which is kind of crazy. What's the story behind your favorite song you've written or performed? That's a hard one, because to be honest, like I feel like if you're a writer, you'll relate to this. Like I go through phases of liking a song and not liking it. And a lot of the stuff that I release, because I've listened to it so many times, I actually don't enjoy listening to it. And if I hear it, like I'm like, ooh, I'm not sure about that. One song I really enjoyed writing was Just Friends. I really enjoyed writing that. I also really enjoyed writing the newest song that's coming out. Because the lyrics are like very, can't give away too much, but the lyrics are very prominent, and like it was the first time that I really thought about what I was saying. Favorite song I've performed? I actually don't know. I would probably say Just Friends. Yeah, I performed that quite a few times before I released it, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I love acoustic performances, because a lot of the time, like I'll play to track when I'm with like, I have like my guitarist or whatever, like we'll play to track in a big venue, but I don't often get to like sit and play and sing. So I love having the opportunity like to play it as I wrote it, which is fun. So yeah. Anyway, this is a really difficult one. If you could only listen to one artist for the rest of your life, who would it be and why? That's so difficult. Because you've got to think about like longevity. You've got to think about sad songs, happy songs, lively songs, like the vibe. At this very minute in time, I would have to say Georgia Smith. Like she's the first person that came to my mind, because like me and my dad are obsessed with Georgia Smith. We love her. I feel like she's got so much versatility to her music. She has, like some really sad songs, but some really like happy, like vibe songs. And then some songs in between. She's done orchestral stuff. She's done like Afro stuff. She's done pop, like, and then R&B. Like, I feel like she's just killing it, and I love her. I once got told that my music reminded someone of her, and honestly, biggest compliment. Oh, such a good compliment. If I could only listen to one, and I had to not get bored, I feel like I'd choose her. Or hear me out, Ariana Grande. Right, before you come and attack me, she has like so much music out, and some of her old stuff and some of her new stuff is like there are so many good songs on all of her albums that I feel like I probably wouldn't get bored ever. What's a genre of music you love but think is underrated? I think low-key Afrobeats. Afrobeats slaps. Okay, now it's getting some recognition now because of like Tyler, even though she's not really Afrobeats. Kind of. I think Afrobeats is so like, imagine going to the club, and instead of like D&B, they're playing Afrobeats. Yeah. Like everyone's in there like whining away, like the vibes. As far as party music goes, I feel like we need to collectively like merge house and Afro and D&B and like for clubs. Okay, next question. What's your songwriting or creative process like? Long. No, it's not. It depends. It depends what I'm writing. If I'm writing like beats, it's very different. Like beats, I will majority of the time I'll grab my laptop, I'll start writing on that, and I'll humming along as I'm creating the beat, and then it comes from that. Whereas when I write on my piano and I'm like, you know, I write that sort of stuff, I come up with the melody first, like the harmony, the chords, then I'll start again humming the same thing. Like it's the same pattern. Lyrics always come second for me. It's always harmony and melody first. But yeah, it depends whether it's piano or it's like laptop. I combine the two most of the time, but it normally starts over there on my keys, if I'm honest. I think every song's different. Every person has a different way of writing. That's why it's so fun, like writing with different people. It's just a vibe. How do you prepare for a live performance or recording session? That is a really good one. For me, I am an avid vocal straw user, vocal tube, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna quickly go get mine because I need to show you. Here she is in all her pride. I don't know what I was gonna say there. Pride and joy? I don't know, this looks a bit wrong. Right. Anyway, so I use this. It's a vocal straw. It's literally a boba straw. Marketing genius. It's so good because I hold a lot of tension. I know a lot of people do. I'm really bad, so I use this to warm up so I don't harm my voice. So yeah, I'll blow bubbles, sing a few songs in the car, whatever. That's kind of the same performance wise or recording wise, because you want your voice to sound the best. As far as it goes for live performance, I do a lot of practice, obviously. It's like anything, you know, if you ride a bike, you've got to practice before you can take off the training wheels. Like, it's the same. A week before, you know, I'll start singing the songs through. A few weeks before, like, normally I use the same set list, so normally, you know, I know kind of how it works. But depending on, like, the set list, depending on, like, what's going on, I will, like, cater time towards that. And then, you know, you set aside 5-10 minutes, and then a few days before or a week before, depending on how big the show, I run through top to bottom all the songs. And then a few days before, I'll write notes about what I'm gonna say, kind of. I never, you know, script it because it needs to be authentic. And if something comes to me on the night that I want to say, I'll say it. But like, as far as just creating, like, I create a plan for me, so I know, hey, I'm going straight into the song, I'm not saying anything, or hey, I'm introducing the song, or I'm gonna introduce it at the end, or, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully that helps if you you know, ask that question for advice. If your life had a theme song, what would it be? Chaos. If there's a song called Chaos, I feel like it would be that. Or the circus, the circus, Afro circus, Afro circus. Yeah. I don't take things like too seriously. I don't know if you realize this by now. You probably have. And if you follow me, you know this. Like, I am who I am, so I really don't like take things seriously. But there are some things in my life that go on and I'm like, really? This is really happening? Like, chaos, honestly, my life is chaos, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. What are your biggest musical influences and how have they shaped you? That's a really mature, good question. Thank you. My biggest musical influences, I take like influence from literally every person I've ever met. And I like cherry pick things that I want to do, or you know, take inspo from. But my main inspirations would be Amy Winehouse, Georgia Smith, and probably Ray. They're my absolute favorites. Like, if they ever do, you know, big concerts or small concerts, best believe I am there. I feel the reason why I say like Amy Winehouse, I think ever since I was a little child, I used to listen to, and I love the rawness of her voice. Everything that comes out of her is pure authenticity. Well, came out of her. Rest in peace, my icon. But yeah, I think in a past life, you know, me and her would have been, yeah. Georgia Smith wise, I love what she stands for, and her tone is so yummy. I love the way she articulates things. Her writing is genius, and I think she covers the genres that I want to, you know, cover. It's the same with Ray. Ray is phenomenal. I literally have no words other than wow. Again, authentic, true to herself. She really knows how to command an audience. Like, I went to her concert and I literally, one minute I was crying, the next minute I was like laughing, like jumping up and down. But she's just elegant, she's beautiful, she's imperfectly perfect. You know, like, I ain't trying to be, you know, perfect. That's not me. But I love that they're all authentic and they're just themselves. Right, we've got some makeup questions. What's your holy grail makeup product that you can't live without? I'd probably say the Swede Cloud Mascara. This is phenomenal. I'll insert a picture if I can find one here. I've never tried a mascara that works, really, for me, but this mascara has me actually sold. It lifts your lashes and holds them. Like, I can put it on at like 7 in the morning and I come home at 7 at night after going to the gym, after working a full day, and they are still, and I'm like, whoa, what? I mean, like, I haven't got much on. I've literally got one swipe, but can you see, like, they're lifted and they'll stay like this. They will. I love it. What's your number one makeup tip that every beginner should know? I have a good one for this. Okay, so bronzer. You know bronzer is meant to go here, here, here. But if you're like me, if you're a pale girly, I mean, right now I look a bit red. But if you're pale, sometimes it looks a bit funny when you've got like bronzer here, bronzer here, bronzer here, but none like in the middle of your face. What I do is I put it in here, in my crease, and in like down my nose. So it like almost covers like that. It honestly, game changer. Such a game changer. It completely changes like your face and it makes everything fit together. Look very complete. I honestly, if you haven't tried it, try it. It's so good. I just quickly wanted to ask, what do people want to see on here? Do they want, you know, music stuff? Do they want covers? Do you want more videos like this, talking videos? Do you want, you know, like behind the scene music stuff? Do you want vlogs? Do you want travel content? What do you want to see? Because I want to, you know, harbour that. I want to be that. But I need to know what you guys want to see. So if you want to let me know, pop a little comment in the description below. Like, honestly, I will listen, I will reply. Yes, and also I wanted to remind you that I'm here on YouTube every Wednesday. I will be posting from now until probably the day I die, hopefully. And I'm also on Instagram, MADI C Official. MADI C is spelled weirdly, MADI letter C. On Spotify, like all caps. But yeah, honestly, let me know what you guys want to see. I am so happy to adhere to it. And if you're from America, I'm sending love. I really am, because I don't know what I'd do without TikTok. So, on that note, I hope we're all caught up. I'm so excited for the rest of the year. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I will see you in the next